What's up, YouTube? AK Aquatics here again. Just want to do a more in-depth video of my 125 gallon African cichlid tank. In this tank there's just a mix of peacocks, haps, and Mbuna in this tank. I got some loaches in here as well, and then a few catfish species and a pleco. But anyway, I'm going to go over the fish names and the adult sizes versus the sizes they are now and how old these fish are, and I just want to do a real in-depth look at what I have in this tank. But I'm going to go ahead and start with the haps, and here's one of them here. This is a tangerine tiger. This guy's about 6 inches, but these guys get really large. He's approximately a year to a year and a half old, and they get to be about 8 to 9 inches fully grown, so he still has quite a ways to go. Here's the rostratus. This guy's probably about 5.5 inches, still no color yet. He was sold to me as a male by Live Fish Direct, but they've definitely made mistakes before in my orders, but they always fix them, so I tend to be loyal to sellers that are loyal to their customers, so to speak, and take care of them when they have problems. It's a sign of a good seller. But anyway, he's probably 5.5 inches, like I said, but these guys get really large, anywhere from 12 to 13 inches. He's also about a year old. And then here's my Malawi thick lips. This guy's probably about a year and a half old. He's easily 6 inches. It's another species that gets to be 12 inches. So he's got a long way to go yet. It'll probably take him another 2 years to reach full adult size. And then here's my Haplochromis notitania. He's just over 7 inches, probably right at 7.25 now. But he's about a year and a half old as well, and these guys get very, very large. I've seen them advertised up to 16 inches. I've never seen one that big, but I have seen one about 13 inches, and that was a 4-year-old fish. So this guy obviously has a few years of growth left in him, but I'm really looking forward to him getting some big size. He's pretty much going to be the largest fish in this tank. I also got a Livingstone here. This guy's just a bit over a year old. He's 6 inches, and these guys get 10 to 12 inches as well, so it's another one of the larger species I have. Real nice looking specimen, also from Live Fish Direct. And I got a Critocara moray here. It's the blue dolphin. These guys also get very large, about 9 to 10 inches fully grown. Takes about 4 to 5 years to reach adult maximum size. But he's about a year old, and when I got him he was like 1 inch. He used to fit inside of the bottle that I used to feed the eels with, but he's coming along nicely. Nice color, real healthy fish. Here's my Z-Rock, the Autopharynx lithobates. Yellow blaze is another name for him, but he's coming along. He's approaching 5 inches now. I've had him for about 8 months, and he was really small as well. They get about like 6 inches is max for these guys, so he's getting close to full size. He'll get a little bit more girth and more color. And what else we got here? The Haplochromis christii there in the back. He's about 5.5 inches, a little over a year old, and these guys get 10 to 12 inches as well, so it's another large species. He's got quite a bit of growth left in him. And then I got my Maconda yellow blackfin here. This was also a mistake from Live Fish Direct. I ordered a blackfin Lethrinops, and they ended up sending me this fish, which I'm not terribly disappointed about it, but it wasn't what I ordered. And they actually sent me out this sunshine as just kind of a fix it for sending me the wrong fish. But yeah, these guys get to be about 6 to 6.5 inches. He's already 5 inches easily and about a year old, so he's got a little bit of growing left to do. It's pretty much achieved full color already. Real nice specimen, nice fins. And I got my redfin borlei here, which I've had him since he was super tiny. I've had him for about a year and a half. He was less than an inch when I got him, and I ordered him as an unsexed male, and it turned out to be an amazing male. But these guys also get fairly large, about 8 inches, so he's got quite a bit of growth left to do. And then here I got my Ndui Fire Hap. This guy's right approaching 6 inches now, a little over a year old, and they're just a different color morph of the Protomelis Red Empress, but basically the same fish, just a little bit different markings. I think their head shape is a little bit different as well, but there's a pretty large species as well. They get anywhere from, I've seen them for 6, 7, all the way up to 9 inches, just depending. And here's the Red Empress. He's really coming along. He's definitely over 5 inches now, but like I said, they get up to 9 inches, so it's a big species as well. And what else we got for haps in here? The Malawi Eye Biter. These guys get 10 to 12 inches. Don Poison had a real large one, the biggest one I've ever seen on YouTube actually, but it ended up dying sadly, but he had about a 10-inch fish at one point. You can check out his videos. I'm sure it's still on there, what these guys look like when they get really big, but he's still got probably at least 3 years of growth left. He's about a year and a half old. And then I got my Haplochromis fryerii. This guy's about 4.5 inches. He's about a year old. And yeah, they still got some growth left. They get to be about 7 inches, maybe 6, 7, somewhere in there. And what else do I got as far as haps? Here's my Taiwan Reef. This guy's about 5. They get to be about 6.5 inches, so he's getting pretty close. He's had his adult full coloration for quite a while, but he's a little over a year old as well. And then my Rhodesii here, these guys get really large. This guy's about a year old. He's probably 4.5 inches, but they get big, like 10 to 12 inches. Real brightly colored fish when they reach adulthood. I also got my Tetrastigma or Haplochromis intermedius, Lethrinops intermedius, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of different updated names for it, but this is him. He's at least 5.5, approaching 6 inches. A little over a year old. I got him really small as well. A lot of these guys are from Live Fish Direct, at least 80% of the fish in this tank. Some are from Imperial Tropicals, and then I have one fish from Quinn's Fins, which is this guy here, but yeah. Anyway, I also got a Victorian in here. This guy, it's a species 44, thick skin. He's about a year and a half old. He's one of the first fish I've got that I've purchased originally, but real nice fish, real slow growing fish, but I really like them. And as far as haps, I think I've got pretty much all of them. We'll move on to the Mbuna here. I got a Williamsea Blue Lips here. This guy's getting real close to 6 inches now, and he's not quite even a year old. These guys grow extremely fast, and it's one of the largest Mbuna species out there. They get to be 7 to 8 inches. It's one of the reasons I got him, is because he's going to be such a big Mbuna. But my yellow lab here, I've had him for at least a year and a half. Grew him up from 1 inch. He's about 5 inches. About max size for this species. One of the haps I passed up is the deep water hap here. These guys get to be about 8 inches. This guy's about a year old and he's about 5 inches, so he's got quite a bit to go yet. Real tough fish. They're usually the fighters in the tank. What else for Mbuna here? I got a yellowtail ACI here that I've had for about a year and a half. He's 5.5 inches, real healthy, thick fish. And then I got this OB zebra that I've had for about a year. He's kind of a runt for this species. Usually gets about 6 inches. I don't know if it's because they mix the OB with him or what, but he's only about, not quite 5. He's probably 4 3/4 inches. And I think that's it for Mbuna. Move on to the peacocks I got in this tank. I have I think there's 4 in here. Here's a albino sunburst peacock that I got at a really small size. He's probably about 7 to 8 months old, maybe 4 inches, and he'll grow to be about 6. Take him maybe another year to get to that, or a little less. And I got a blue orchid peacock here that's right at 4 inches. He's probably about 7 months old. I got him from Live Fish Direct a while back. Real nice fish. Like the full blaze. And I also got this real big red shoulder here. I've had him for probably a year and a half. He's 6 inches at least. He's the current tank boss of this tank as well. Real mellow guy. Real healthy, nice finnage and great color. Really like that fish. He's about maxed out as well. He's been the same size for quite a while. I don't think he's gonna get much bigger than that. And then back here behind this rock, down there you can see I got an albino sunshine. He really got traumatized when I first introduced him to the tank. He lost his entire tail and it grew back. He's kind of, I think it really stunted him just having to heal up from such a traumatic injury. He's just real slow growing fish, but he'll max out at 6 if he ever ends up getting there. Let's see if I missed anybody here. On my sunshine peacock, that's the last peacock I have in the tank. He's about 5 inches. A little over a year as well, and I'm sure he's getting close to max. He might get 1 more inch, and he'll get a bit brighter. The back half of his body will look a bit more like the front half. It's the solid yellow. But yeah, he's really colored up nice and healthy, good specimen I got. Live Fish Direct sent him out to me for a mistake they made on my order. But beyond that, I got 3 clown loaches in here. They're all about the same size. There's another one. There's a few more in here somewhere. Then I got a 2 pictus catfish. These guys are about 4.5 inches. They get about 1 inch longer than what they are now. These guys are about a year old. And then I got a fairly large bristlenose pleco in here somewhere. He's really hard to spot, but he's about 5 inches. I've had him for about a year and a half and grew him up since 1 inch. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that I have in this tank. All these guys have been grown up in this tank, and this is my main display aquarium, so I do everything it takes to give them the best environment possible and just keep them healthy, keep the nitrates really low with really over filtering the aquarium, as well as running the aquaponics setup, which chews up the nitrates and ammonia if there ever is any, which there isn't. But yeah, real stable aquarium and real healthy group here, real active. But yeah, they got a lot of personality and they're real enjoyable to keep. I really like them. But I'm gonna move on to a bigger aquarium here eventually. We're gonna move again sometime here in the future, and once we do, I'll be looking for a much bigger tank to move all these guys into, and then I'll probably put the Demisoni in this aquarium. But anyhow, that's a thorough look at this tank and what's in it. So hope you guys liked the video, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.